What's good, guys? It's your boy Glide back with another Dragon Ball Sparking Zero video. You guys know there's always stuff to talk about when it comes to this game, good or bad, and we are back with another guest. He's new on the channel. Actually, I've been on his channel. He hasn't been on mine. So this is pretty new. This is my boy SaiyaRan. Say what's up, bro.
It is I, the great SaiyaRan. You can hit me up on YouTube at youtube.com/SaiyaRanGaming. Everywhere else is just SaiyaRan. You'll find me.
Yeah, he does a lot of different content. He doesn't do just Dragon Ball, although he does have Saiyan I see what you're trying to do with that. Although he does that, he does a lot of different things like Pokemon, Dragon Ball, just other games that might be coming out, or that's newer games that are dropping. And yeah, what other? I know you do a lot, bro. Like what is your channel? What do you do as a whole? Like honestly.
Man, I consider myself like a gaming commentary reviewer type person. I talk about gaming tech. I talk about different games. Right now, I'm really into Pokemon TCG Pocket. I am obsessed with this game. I'm about to spend some money, and I think I'll make a video around me spending money in it because like people get weirded out when you like spend money on a free game. But if you actually play, like I've been playing this game more than I played a lot of other games, so I'm like, yeah, let me throw y'all $30-$40.
Bro, same thing. Like off the camera, we were talking about Master Duel. Tell me why I have, let me check right now, actually. I got my PlayStation on. 1,800 hours.
Yo.
I have not stopped.
I
have not stopped playing it since 2020 when it came out. So, yeah, it's a lot. I'm pretty sure you guys it'll be the same for you too if you continue to play it for the next couple of years.
That's my Apex hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, I wish I could have played Apex. Just nobody was there to play with me when it came out. Had no friends. But all right, yeah. We're gonna get to the nitty gritty, the meat and potatoes of this video and what it's gonna be about. So basically, we're gonna be talking about all the controversy. Well, there's always controversy when it comes to Sparking Zero. Updates, patches. People complaining, people wanting more things, people not wanting things. To be honest, I came to this a little unprepared. I'm more so prepared usually, but I wanna, give away some of my power when it comes to this video. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about, bro? I know you have something.
I want to talk about a couple things because I may not be like making videos like always talking about Sparking Zero, but I am still playing this game. And a lot of things that people have issues with, yes, there are issues, they're valid, but it's not like the way people are whining, especially if you're on the Twitter, like the community posts. Oh my God, bro, they are just whining. It's always something. This game needs this game. I'm just like, man. And then this thing about the 90% of the. Let's start there. The 90% of the player base fell off, and what people don't understand is that is all fighting games.
That's everything.
Fighting games are very niche. They're extremely niche. They shift the culture in a lot of ways. Yeah, but they're very niche. I actually made a video for a company called Inverse where I did like the history of fighting games for them. I made a video for them for pay.
Yeah, there you go. Get the bag. Get the bag.
But when I did my research, I found out that like it is such a niche piece of like a niche genre that a lot of people understand fighting games, but it's like they play them for a bit and that's it. They don't like stick around like me and you would. Yeah. And even then, like I was playing Sparking Zero nonstop. I'm not playing nonstop.
Yeah, I'm playing like Call of Duty, Metaphor,
exactly.
Some other things. Then I'll hop back on Sparking Zero when I just want to like throw hands for a quick couple matches or something.
Exactly. And it's a game that I'm gonna rack up hours on across like I'm not playing Black Ops 6 after probably January. I probably don't care anymore. And like once you beat Metaphor, you've beaten it. But like a game like Sparking Zero, you're gonna probably play it like we did Budokai Tenkaichi 3. I still randomly played it while my PS2 worked.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's generally how I was thinking of it as well. Like I honestly, when I first got the game, I was grinding it out. I was playing nonstop like everybody. Whenever you get a new game, you always do that. And then after a while, I was like, maybe I should just give it a little break. Let me cool off a little bit. Let me play these other games that I got going on, or that I just bought. Call of Duty just came out, and that honestly helps with helps give you a better experience with the game. Because if you're gonna be playing it all day, every day, of course you're gonna find some things that you're not gonna like about it. You're gonna get burnt out, and I think a lot of people are burnt out. That's why 90% of the player base fell off. But again, that happens with every anime game, every fighting game. And it's honestly not that bad because with the amount of people that bought Sparking Zero, there's still a ton of people playing the game. Like 90% of people fell off, but it's still like thousands, tens of thousands of people still playing the game.
Yes.
So it's really not that bad. It sounds bad, but compared to other anime or fighting games, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero still has a ton of more players than most games would have when it comes to that.
And to even dive back into that point, Street Fighter 6, I think their beta weekend, or not beta weekend, I think they did their beta into a launch or something like that, but they had like maybe 100,000, maybe 200,000 players. If you look at Street Fighter 6 right now, I think they have less than 10,000, but that is on Steam charts. But that is okay because Street Fighter knew, like, hey, we had this big launch, we were gonna that player base was gonna shrink. If you look at Sparking Zero now, I think it's like double digit thousands. I think it's like 10, maybe 15.
It's like 10, 15 right now.
It's still going strong.
Yeah.
It's not like, and then people are like, well, it happened so fast in the first month, and it's like, yeah,
it happens.
Normal.
Yeah, it is very normal. I know people that might be new into the community might think it's something like, oh, this is falling off. This is the worst Dragon Ball game now of all time. Well, it's not a thing. And I do want to say this because honestly, I was looking at my channel and like the stuff that I post a lot of the times. I know it seems like I'm always negative, like something's missing or something is, we need more, or this and that. I'm just going off of what the people are saying in the community. So there are people that be like, oh, you just complain in every single video. No, that's this. I'm just listening to you guys and I'm just making a video about it. And you guys watch it. Like, I hop on it every so often. I don't play it every single day. But I still genuinely have fun with the game and I enjoy it for what it is. So
I think
go ahead.
The measure of a game, if it's fun or not, is if you can have fun when you're losing. And for me, when I was losing, like when I first got into ranked and I was playing and I didn't like know about after image, like just shoot the key blast, or I didn't know about this, I didn't know about that. I was still having fun while I was losing because it was cool to see the animations. It was cool to see my favorite characters fighting. So for me, it's also that piece of it. It's like, even if you are getting like destroyed and ranked, I still am on the side of this game doesn't need to be that competitive. If you're grinding it like it's a competitive game, whether you like it needs these competitive changes, that's not the game for that. Go play fighters.
Okay, I did want to bring that up. Because I did see somebody on Twitter say this. They said the competitive scene, or the people that are playing it like a competitive fighting game like Street Fighter, Tekken, those are the people that are ruining the game. What would you say?
Yeah, they're the ones who are not having fun. They're rage quitting. They're the ones doing those things.
Okay.
Okay,
I wanted to get your opinion on that.
If I'm playing Sparking Zero and I'm trying to rank up and somebody rage quits, I think that's funny. And most people, in fact, because I search Google and I do Google Trends, you can see what's like the most trendingest thing. If you go on Google Trends, maybe a week or two ago, if you went on Google Trends and typed in Sparking Zero, the number one search topic was rage quits. And it was like, if you go look at all the videos, it was all like funny videos. So that was like people who were just casually making content or casually playing the game. They thought that was funny. But then you get online, you see people yelling and complaining about it. And it's those competitive, I only play I only play Sparking Zero. That's the only game I play. It's like, brother, it's a rage quit. Like, what can we do?
I got you. Okay, so I'm victim to that a little bit. You might see something on Twitter. I said that about like I think I tweeted this like yesterday or the day before.
Yeah,
that.
I saw it.
I was like, what did I say? I was like, basically like it was pissing me off that people kept leaving, but it wasn't even just the rage quit. It was the fact that we would play a match. The full match would go through, whether I win or lost. Like the other person would just leave, like not run it back. Like, so, and that doesn't make sense to me if we're playing ranked match. Let's say they beat me, like wash me, because that's happened a couple of times. They wash me. Why would you not want to run it back if you trying to rank up and get like go up higher in the rank? Yeah. So why would you leave? And the other way around, like if I beat you, I know everybody's comes from a different cloth or whatever, but if I beat you and you don't want to run it back, like you're a pussy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. In my eyes, that's just me. If you don't want to run it back, at least one more match to see if you can beat me or not. But hey,
I personally, I always try to go to 3. If not, it's because I'm like literally running. Like I have to like sometimes I will hop on and play a match.
Yeah, that happens too.
Leave. But I guess I could do that casually. But I mean, I don't know. It's not, like I said, that's a big deal, but it's not like as big a deal to me. No. That's not, if you ask me the changes I want to see in Sparking Zero, it is more single player content and it is more community created single player content. Like the mods and stuff are funny, but like Bandai was like, all right, y'all are getting kind of crazy with that, so they kind of
They're
put
starting
down
to
on that.
ban people and get all that taken off, like the custom
Mhm.
battles and stuff on PC,
Yeah.
which is crazy. Because I was eventually going to get into the PC scene for mods.
I'm
Not
still buying on PC.
you still buying it? You still?
I am.
Yeah, okay. I am too. But like, I didn't realize the modding community would get so crazy so soon. It's only a month out, and I've been seeing some crazy stuff. But now it's
Modders
like,
are the backbone of the internet.
no, they
in my
are.
opinion.
No, they are. No, they are. Whatever is missing in a game, they will put it in the game themselves. And I've always thought that was pretty fire. But it sucks that a lot of it is already getting taken out.
It wasn't necessarily gameplay changes that they were modding in. They were just doing like character stuff.
Yeah,
When
characters.
it's gameplay changes, I think that's when the devs kind of look at it and say, is there something we need to implement? Are people liking this?
Yeah,
I think it's Bethesda. They have like a program where you can like submit your mod for monetization.
Okay, that I never knew that they did that.
Yeah, so if you have a mod that's like actually pretty decent, you can like sell it back to Bethesda. So like their developers don't have to make it; they just like take what you already have and like build upon it. And I think they do it with Skyrim and all those other games they have.
Oh, that's dope.
Can you hear my kid?
A little bit, yeah.
Can you hear Goten? That's Goten right there. That's like,
That man has a real life Goten. That's crazy. Damn, he's old. He's Unk status for real. We're really the same age, but like he has a kid, so that's definitely Unk status. He'll never see this part of the video unless he watches my video. But put Unk in the chat. Unk in the chat for SaiyaRan. Go to one of his videos or his Twitter. Links will be in the description down below. Hashtag Unk status. Say I sent you. Yeah, he might hear this. I think he's hearing this. He has the headphones on. I'm tripping.
heard everything you said.
Oh,
I am
okay.
an Unk, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the game, like if we talk about the changes I want to see, is gonna be single player content. More of that, more ways for the community to get involved. I think that I didn't like the campaign that much. I played through it. I didn't like it that much. There were things I really liked. There are things I did not like. I was expecting one of two things.
Okay.
I think it's Budokai 2, or maybe Budokai Tenkaichi 2. The one where it's like a map and you can like your character hops around and you gotta, like,
the chessboard or the
and it's got, like, points and
Budokai
everything.
2. Yep.
When I saw the map, I thought it was gonna be like that. It wasn't. So I said, oh, so then it's like Tenkaichi 3. We just go through the sagas. But then they're like, I went through everything as Goku and I had to do everything again, but as Vegeta. And I was like, I don't like that.
Okay. You're like
make the battle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like make the battle as it happened, and then let me switch between those characters in those moments. I don't want to play through Vegeta's
full
perspective of
story.
everything.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
I don't want to play through Vegeta's perspective of everything. Just put put the Cell Saga as a saga, and then let me play and fight.
Depending on depending on the situation, just switch over or the fight switch to a character you want to use in that situation.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think that they did that because Kakarot is the de facto like retelling of the story as beautifully as possible, and it's a single player RPG, so it presents itself like that.
Yeah.
But if you do that again, you have to kind of do it from everybody else's perspective, because we just got a game from straight Goku's perspective.
Yeah, that was legit. The full. Yeah, that was like the Dragon Ball game. Like when it comes to story mode, they pretty much they covered majority of stuff. There are things missing that were missing in that game, but for what it was, it was the Dragon Ball game. So I never really thought of it like the way you're coming when it comes to the story mode. I never really heard anybody say that they wanted that or they had an issue with that, but I get it. It was repetitive. The story mode was very repetitive. It was probably the game mode that I looked forward to the most when it came to the game, and I was very underwhelmed with how it turned out. And then there's things missing. I've already made a video on it, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but like Vegeta having story moments in Super.
Doing?
What's going on, man? Like what is he's the second main character in Dragon Ball and he's missing vital parts of the story. Like, why doesn't he have a super section for himself, or he doesn't have the Saiyan arc? That'd have been cool to get like some what if scenarios if like he beat Goku or something, or he turned Super Saiyan.
If he went Super Saiyan then, exactly.
Bro, that's what I'm like. I don't understand what they were thinking when they were making it. But
you're not like when I think of like a really beautiful, great story modes, I immediately go to CC2 because CyberConnect they really like
They know what
the
they're doing.
Ninja Storms. They
know what
kill the story mode. Kami Chronicles, even though the actual like outside the battles was kind of weird, the cutscenes, the way the story was told, all that was very well done.
Very well done,
So
bro.
so Spike Chunsoft may have just been rusty in that area. That's what I'm talking to. Like
They were never, and the thing is, they were never really the best devs. I mean, the last thing they made was Jump Force, and I don't know if you played the story mode of Jump Force, but that was not.
I mean, it was just like cardboard little come in and say
It was
slide out.
it was bad, and then J Stars. Some people like J Stars, some people didn't. But
I think
to improve this game,
I think the community, and this is just people in general, so it's not gonna happen. But the community needs to know the difference between whining and complaining and constructive criticism. Some people are giving constructive criticism. Some people are genuinely like, I love this game. You have a problem with after image strikes. Here's how to counter that. You have a problem with Z counters. Here's how to practice some. And then everybody's like, just take it out the game. Just take it out the game. Just take it out the game.
yeah.
And it's like, but that's not how they made the game.
That's not how they made it. Nope.
There can be things to tweak about it, like key sickness and things like that to tweak it, but like you still need to practice those aspects of the game for you to have a decent experience, especially once you get past B5 A. Once you're in those ranks, you have to like practice those things.
Everybody, once you get to B, everybody's solid. A, definitely. S, I don't know if I'm at this point in the way people play. I don't know if I'm ever get to S. I'm gonna be out, and
once you get to like B3, you start seeing those cheesy characters a lot more often.
Yeah,
and it's like, am I really going to be able to grind all the way to A's and Z, etc.?
With the amount of time I have, the highest I got was B2, and then I tried doing like I'm not going to say what the video idea was, but I tried to record a specific video with a weak character, and I went all the way back to B5. Now I've been trying to get back to that point, but it's hard now, but because everybody cheeses now. So here's the thing. So like, we brought up the fact that like people are complaining about, just wanting to take things out of the game, and they're saying, "Oh, this sucks," with no solution. Those, like you said, those are people that are not giving constructive criticism. They're just complaining. They're whining. And every time I do, I guess, complain about the game, I always give my own solutions of what they could do, what they could add, super counters. Everybody's been talking about super counters a lot, and I do believe that they could add like you lose a bar of key, or it takes a skill counter, a skill count.
Skill point is crazy. A skill
point, maybe not a skill point, maybe not a skill point, but a key.
Because how many times
a bar key?
How many times do you R3 and use that counter? Honestly,
I use classic controls, so.
The one that takes 2 skill points.
That's a super perception or Z.
No,
I forgot what the specific name is called.
It's basically a get out of jail free card. If they don't want to use their 2 points, their 2 stocks.
Yeah.
If they use their 2 stocks, they can hit you back. But basically, if you get hit, you can just I think whatever modern. If you hit R3, it'll do basically a Z counter, whatever counter. It'll break it, and they'll back up. Now, if they have if they want to use their stock, they can hit you back, or they can try to go back to a combo. You can counter whatever. That takes 2 blast stock. When I'm playing people, I rarely see people do that because that takes 2 blast stock. Any type of counter that takes a whole stock, that's not worth it.
Okay, I think we're talking about the different counters. The names always get me confused. I'm talking about
crazy.
I'm talking about the counter where it's like a free.
Goes,
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's
I'm saying if people want it, because people are saying let it take a skill point. I'm saying if you do that, people won't use it anymore because that's stupid. That's a lot. That's a lot for this mechanic. It's crazy to go from a free thing to now it takes a whole blast. But that's a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
So in my opinion, it should be a little bit of key, like how you have a dash. That's I don't think dashes should take key. I don't think pressing X 2 times should take key.
No, I don't think so either.
Now, if I'm doing a dragon dash, absolutely. Just regular dash, no, that shouldn't take key. So you can change those, and I'm okay with that because that balances the game.
Yeah,
in my opinion,
I think
it makes people more aggressive.
Because I don't know if you fought anybody that can do super counters very well, but it's crazy, man. I'm not saying it should be taken away like those people, but I think there definitely should be some sort of cost to it, personally.
But there is a counter to that as well. And his name is Hercule. I was kidding.
Oh my god.
Nah,
No, you
I
ain't
hate
good.
fighting Hercules, man.
Yeah, I've only
Oh
fought
my
like
god,
maybe one or two, and
I
the
fought like
spam.
4.
Oh,
The
I'm sorry.
spam, man.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
there's a way around it. If you can vanish behind them, not
Oh,
counter it, just vanish,
just
like how you can
vanish.
just press what square and X or X and O, whatever it is. You press that, you can get behind them.
Mm.
They'll like keep on going, and you can get your combo in it because they have to charge and everything to get,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's what I had to do against those Hercules, but you still gotta like time it right.
Damn.
But yeah, man. I guess I have a question for you
Oh,
too.
okay. Yeah.
Who are you maining now? Now that I know you weren't playing Yajirobe, but they
No,
got rid of Yajirobe.
I never played
Yeah.
Yajirobe.
So as you've played more, who have you discovered to say, hey, I actually like this person's play style a little bit better? Because I changed my main actually.
Honestly, it has not changed a lot.
Oh really?
I will no, not like the people I've used since day one are typically the people I use now. But I think Daima Goku honestly might be
Really?
It's weird. Like Teen Gohan, Frieza, Vegeta, Super were usually the people that I use, but oddly enough, Daima Goku might be my number one right now. Yeah. And I use GT Goku as well, but just because I don't know, I feel like Daima Goku's power pole, the fact that it stuns enemies pretty easily. A lot of people don't know how to get around that, and then his rush attacks are a lot faster. I noticed than other people's rush attacks, and it's kind of hard to predict that. Or I've noticed
him real quick.
No, yeah. But he's nice. He's nice. And since he's smaller, if people are using like Broly or the taller characters, it's harder for them to hit me. So I think Daima Goku is definitely probably my number one right now.
My number one, right? Or no, the character I discovered was actually pretty decent. Is Frieza Super.
Okay.
Like base Frieza, and then like going into gold.
Yeah,
it's actually pretty nice. It's actually pretty nice. I actually like him. He does a lot of damage too. I didn't realize that he doesn't do fusion level characters damage, but he does like pretty decent.
Now, if you transform into gold, he's gonna do a good amount of damage, bro. He does a lot of damage. Yeah. So I was
aiming on this Ginyu Force guy. No, I was taking this Ginyu Force guy out, and he was like pissed because I had like 3 characters, but I like go to Frieza was just
taking them out, one by one. I think what was I about to say? Do you still play single, or do you usually play DP? What do you prefer now?
Normally I play DP. I've been having an itch to go back into singles. I have my PlayStation Portal somewhere in here, but sometimes I'll sit on the couch because my internet connection is so good that I can sit on the couch and play a match.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah. But in singles, I don't care as much. DP is like my actual rank. That's the rank I care about, because usually when I'm doing a tournament or something like that, people are saying let's do DP.
Yeah. Nobody's doing singles in tournaments. So for me, it's kind of switched around. At first, it was singles, but then with singles, I know what I'm gonna get myself into. I know the players I'm gonna run into all the time.
Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta.
Every single time. Every single time I get on the game. So DP, even though there's still cheesy stuff on DP, there's a lot more diversity that I'll see. So that's something new I've been getting into. My record is like crazy. My win percentage is like 80%, 85%. So pretty good for DP. Can't say the same for singles right now. It's it's like 55 or something, 55, 60%. But yeah, that's I'll definitely switch it up because I do love the diversity it comes with DP.
Are you making a separate video on the tournament that they announced?
No, we can talk about it. Let's talk about it. You tell me about it, because I didn't watch the whole thing.
3 weeks later.
I'm running. I'm not fighting.
They we're trying to get 6 skill points. Like,
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. What's the? Oh yeah, we're swapping out. More sick. What? We're doing it again.
I did want to give Bandai their props on that, because I thought that was cool. It's kind of, I hate to talk about another game, but with TCG Pocket, some of the feedback we were giving the Pokemon was like, hey, there's no events, like I can't grind for extra packs and stuff like that. And then literally, they already had this plan, because they already knew, because they made the game. The next like 2 or 3 days, they dropped like 2 events, and I've been grinding. I've been playing the game nonstop for those events and stuff. So it's super interesting how they will know before we know, because we're still the consumer. We're still we're not experts on this game. This game has only been out for a month. This patch in December, we have DLC. We have Diamond DLC. We're supposed to get superhero DLC.
Yep.
So there's already DLC pack. Like they didn't drop this game. We were like, all right, y'all have fun. They had a roadmap. Whether they share that with us explicitly or not, or whether we had a data mine for it, whatever, there's still a roadmap. So I think that's another thing we have to do is be patient. And if you're not having fun with the game, it's okay to put it down.
Yeah,
You may have paid for this game, but you didn't invest in this game. You just paid for it. You didn't. This ain't your baby. You can put the game down and go breathe and play Metaphor, play Black Ops 6.
Yeah, exactly.
What else is coming out? Mario and Luigi Brothership. I don't know.
Yeah, Mario and Luigi Brothership. A lot of different games. And then when they add the stuff that you wanted, then you can come back. So I highly recommend people taking a break, like I've been doing, or like you've been doing. Just take a break, play some other games. Some people do No Life Dragon Ball, and that's literally the only game they play. I honestly don't know how anybody does. Even with me being a huge Dragon Ball fan, I cannot play one game 24/7, 365.
Not my style.
Yes, yeah, I can't do. I get bored easily. But
especially with the game as unbalanced and non-competitive as this game.
I wonder how fast, like the whole country tournament thing. I wonder if that was something they sped up because people were leaving, or was that just something they were eventually just going to drop? Like when it dropped, that was when they were going to drop it. I know that's nothing we would know because that we aren't in those rooms. But I wonder if they sped up the process and were like, okay, we need to go ahead and do this tournament now because people are saying these things about our game and are leaving. But
I think twofold. I don't think they thought the game would be as successful as it was because the game is a success. We're not gonna brush past that. It made a lot of money. Even with I think the pre-orders broke 3 million, and then after on launch day broke like more. Like it was a lot of people playing this game. And my numbers could be wrong, but I know what they sold at least 3 million. They've sold more since then.
Yeah, it's been more than that.
So I think that the tournament thing was already in the works, but I did see that they tweeted that they expanded it to 256 players or whatever. So you have to do the qualifiers, but they expanded it, and I think that's because they had so much interest because people do want things from this game. So I think the tournament itself was planned, but like this extra tidbit of like, hey, we're going to expand the amount of people that can play and things like that. I think that was where they were surprised at the interest and things like that. Because in that video, they said one is a 10-minute video. You can't throw that together and get it edited at a corporate level because there's so many bureaucracies and things like that. Mm-hmm. So I think that was evidence enough that they had already planned this. And then on top of that, they already said, hey, we got a patch coming out post the qualifier because they don't want us to play. It's going to be some gameplay changes because they don't want to make people relearn how to play the game right before that tournament. So I'm excited to see what the patch is. But I think they had that stuff planned, but the patch itself is something that was like more feedback based. Mm-hmm. When I look at I think he's the community manager. When I look at how he talked about the game pre-launch and post-launch during this time and how much love I don't think they abandoned the game. I don't think they were just like, whatever, that's just how it is. Mm-hmm. I may say that because I'm just like, one, I'm not a developer, and two, I may have bought this game, but I did not invest in this game. This is not my child. I have other things to do in my life.
Exactly. Yeah.
For him, this is his life because this is his job currently. Mm-hmm. And so the way he talks about the game, I forgot his Twitter handle, but the way he talks about the game and interacts with the game, I don't think that I think that everything that's going on is pretty intentional. Mm-hmm. And we'll see what happens with this patch and some of the changes. Hopefully they don't overcorrect and make the game not fun that direction. Mm-hmm. The community is going to say that just because. But hopefully they don't overcorrect.
So what if so I know you're not big into patching anything at all. Like you rather, the stuff that should be fixed, should be fixed. But
yeah, of course.
What would you want to be patched, or what's something you wouldn't like to be patched?
I would like for ranked. We talked about this in my video, but in ranked for there to be a limit on health, whether it's 3 or 4. Everyone doesn't have to start at 3. Everyone doesn't have to start at 4. But if we can cap it, because I think that would make the game more ranked. Makes sense. Yeah. In casual, whatever. Let Goku and Vegeta fuse and make Gogeta, and he has 7 bars. I don't care in casual, but in ranked, I think there should be a separate set of rules.
Me too.
So that's one. I think that I haven't ran into a lot of cheese, but I think the Giants just that dash cheese. I think that's pretty annoying because you have to, for instance, with the Ultra Instinct, not Ultra Instinct. I'm sorry. after image strike cheese, we figured that out after 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, if you're
like
still
nerf it, and then people are like, just play the game and
No,
we'll figure out how to counter it, and we countered it.
if people are still having issues with that, then that's just a skill issue at this point. Like
exactly, because there's been so much information on how to counter it.
Yeah, key blast,
but
stay
with
away, all that kind of stuff. But
yeah, all that stuff, instant sparking, all that stuff. There should be more pauses in between key blast spam, like Beerus, Broly Z, like all those characters that have that key blast spam. There should be a pause in there to allow a counter. I'm not saying take that away from them. If that is something they can do because that is to display their power, cool. But put a little pause in there so that if I'm playing Kid Goku, I have some way to counter it. Because my only counter is to use courage, and sometimes it just doesn't get the job done.
Yep. Nope.
So things like that, things that are like super cheesy and spammy, give people a window of time to counter. It's kind of like I've been playing a lot of Apex today in general, but like Apex, the way they counter something is they don't nerf it to the ground. They just give a skilled or averagely skilled player enough time to counter it. So instead of this cooldown being 10 seconds and it's like they can spam it, we're gonna make it 15 seconds so you have time to react. That's all. And those are the minor adjustments I want to see. Exactly. Those are the minor adjustments. I don't want to see anything drastic like take out Z count. Like
nothing has to be taken out. Nothing has to be taken out. Just
I don't want that. You don't want that. No one wants
nobody wants it, bro. Nobody wants it. Like with the Giants, like you said, the spam when they're dashing, let there be a time, like give them a cooldown, like a slight cooldown with their dashing. The key blast, if somebody's spamming it, let that have somewhat of a cooldown so people can have time to react. Because man, the amount of times I've gotten key blast into an unblockable is insane. It sucks. Like there's nothing you can really do about it.
And here's another thing about that. The reason I don't want things taken out is because I need a key blast using Kid Goku. I need a key blast to sometimes get my rock paper scissors off or get my ultimate off. So I need a little bit of key blast stun. That is a mechanic of the game. If you're skilled and you're going against someone who is blocking or doing a lot of things, or maybe use after image strike, you can key blast spam into an ultimate or into a special attack or whatever. And so like that's fine. But it's when we get to like the spam, when we get to that level, that tier of gameplay, then we're like, all right, let's make an adjustment right there. Yeah. So, and I don't know if they're gonna make character specific adjustments or like overall game adjustment. We'll see, because I'm sure when those patch notes drops, I'm gonna be locked into the game. Probably like stream it some more and like play some more videos and play it with it. But I'm very interested to see what the patch notes say.
So you pretty much said the stuff you pretty much named everything that I would like to be patched, what shouldn't be patched. I do want to see, I haven't ran into them as much as I had like the past 2 weeks, but Dr. Giro 19, that's another thing that should be cooled down. Like I know grabbing is something that everybody could do, but their grab, I don't know how they can do that behind
crazy.
Whatever they can do behind the scenes and you know, as they're developing the game, if they can make some sort of cooldown for them so where they can't grab back to back as much as they do, I would love for them to do something with that. But I
think in traditional fighting games we do have invincibility frames, but in this game you don't. Nope. Because you can get knocked back and be like flying through the air and get hit by a move that trajectory shouldn't match up. Like that can't happen.
It happens.
That's fine.
It happens. Yeah.
Sometimes I need those, but I think with their grab for Jiro, there's two things. I don't like his courage does all that. It doesn't just buff.
Honestly, I think that's what needs to
everything.
That's what needs to be patched or changed or something. That's what it is. It's not the grab itself. It's the fact that they have false courage. That allows them to do that over and over and over and over and over again. Yeah. And
so it's like I said, it's minor small things like that make me think that okay, there are changes that need to be made, but I'm not gonna sit here and say change everything. I don't want it to be dramatic because I'm still having fun with the game. And if you're not having fun, maybe play another game.
Take a break. Take a little break. Take a break, please. I think we touched pretty much everything that I can think of. Do you have anything?
No, man.
As of right now, yeah.
I love this game. I want the community to be a little bit more positive about it. That's pretty much it, man. If the community can be more positive about it, and we can just like enjoy the game as a Dragon Ball simulator, I'm good. Yeah. Fighters, maybe. I think not to get on a whole tangent, I think fighters may be the de facto competitive because it's there. The things you want for Sparking Zero, fighters already has.
They have that, yeah.
And because it's not an arena fighter, it's a little bit more unapproachable.
Yep.
I'm not the best player, but I still love the game, and I think that exactly, and I think that there needs to be another one of those that comes out.
There needs to be a fighters
2 or 3 years.
There needs to be a fighters. There needs to be a fighters too, or something.
Yeah,
similar
I don't
to
think Arc Sys where it's like I don't think they like working with Dragon Ball because
I think
Toei and it's Bandai. It's a lot of it's too much.
I think the
it's
way they handled that game, I could tell that they weren't really messing with it like that because it had a ton of success, and I was like, why does this game not have as much like content? Why is there no true roadmap besides like the DLC they were dropping? It seemed like we had to like literally beg them to add things, and then we really didn't get much, and it didn't last longer than 2 years, maybe 3. Yeah. Whereas most Dragon Ball games like Xenoverse 2 still going. Kakarot, it's been year 4. It's in year 4 or 5, and we're getting DAIMA.
It came out last year, the PS4, I think.
Yeah,
I got it on PS5. I got it the next year on PS5 because I wanted the upgrade and the bundle and everything. Yeah,
so like Kakarot, 4 or 5 years in, just getting DAIMA DLC, and that's not the end of it. We're only that's only part 1 of DAIMA that they're adding to Kakarot.
Would love some moral arc stuff thrown in there as soon as they animate that because that arc is gonna be crazy. Personally, in my opinion,
if they add super stuff, because they already added a few things, but if they add the Moro and the manga stuff in there, oh my gosh, the game will go so crazy.
Imagine a giant Goku because of his UI. I won't spoil anything for anyone out there, but
that would be so crazy, bro.
Because I would be playing it all the time.
Oh, I do have one thing. Are you or have you watched Dragon Ball DAIMA?
Yeah, I watched DAIMA.
Are you caught up?
Yeah, I'm caught up.
What do you think?
I'm gonna be honest. Because I was thinking about this today. I said, you know what? I love DAIMA, but I look every week. I look more forward to Thursday than I do Friday because of Dan. I don't know why. DAIMA is cool, but we're still like building the world, and we're still kind of doing that pace. Very old school anime. I've been watching some newer, like I won't say B tier, but like anime that's like we know what a B tier anime is. Anime is like the fight lasts 1 episode, like they're not trying to drag it out. Like what are you doing? I've been watching Mashal. Okay. Yeah, I've been watching that. So like I'm looking at shows like that. I'm looking at Dan. I'm looking at where there's this quick progression and we get into the action and stuff. And I look at DAIMA. DAIMA's much slower, but I understand like. If we're to take inspiration from OG Dragon Ball, we're taking inspiration from like textbook Toriyama, like that is his style, which is totally fine. I'm not, but as of right now, my immediate gut reaction is like, Thursday comes, I'm super excited, and then Friday comes, so I guess I'll watch it on Saturday because I don't want to be spoiled on Twitter. That's literally how it is. So I'm enjoying it, but it's not like it's not.
I get it.
It's not the peak of my week.
I get it. Like I literally earlier today I watched. Dan, the newest episode. I just finally got around to it, man. That shit was fire. Oh, I can't even lie. That shit was fire.
But, exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying.
But when it comes to DAIMA, I am enjoying it. It is a whole different. Like you said, it's a very older anime. The pacing is older. If you loved OG Dragon Ball, if you like the '90s anime, early 2000s anime, then it's perfect. It's perfect. But when it comes to today's standards or what anime are doing nowadays, if you probably grew up with that kind of stuff, I think those are usually the people that definitely are not messing with it at all, like the kids. I think the kids are definitely not messing with DAIMA. We grew up with like the older paced or the slower paced anime, and we still enjoy it, but the newer anime definitely took pages and notes from the older animes and have done a lot better with like getting to the point of certain things. But no,
even doing something like rewatching Naruto as an adult, I'm like, this is slow. And I would love a director's cut, not director's cut, but like how we had like Kai. I would love a cut down, condensed like
I don't know why they never did
beeline version of Naruto. I would love that. Well, they were going to remaster a couple episodes. And then something happened and they ended up not doing it. I don't know.
I remember that. I remember that. I feel like they would definitely damn brain fart. But yeah, that would be a great thing. That would be a great thing if they added, because that anime had so much filler, and it was the kind of filler that did nothing for the story. It was just like just random.
Well,
I don't know.
And that's why I give so much credit to CC2, because CC2 was the condensed, hey, we're gonna make this super pretty, super modern. Here's the story. There you go.
No, legit. That was like
Some people
Kai.
only know the story from the games.
Yep.
Which is crazy.
Yep. Naruto Storm was literally Naruto Kai for the most part.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think that is all I've got to say. What are you doing after this? Do you have any extra time?
Yeah, what's up? You wanna run the game?
I want to run a game.
Let's do it.
Okay, but I have a question though. What's your favorite arc in in Dragon Ball? What's your favorite arc? Saiyan,
It's a
Cell, Android, or
It's a toss up between Namek and
Namek.
Boo.
Namek and Boo.
Namek was really cool, and there were a lot of movement and pieces and planning and things like that. And that's when I really fell in love with it, because Saiyan Saga was really with straight hands.
Yeah, it was all hands.
But when we get to Namek, it was like planning for this, and like there have been entire games built around the Namek arc.
Just
you know.
Yeah.
So
there was a lot of
I do
moving
like
pieces that ended up coming together at the end that I loved in the Namek Saga as well. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm probably going Namek, but Boo, because it introduced some of my favorite characters: Kid Boo, the Great Saiyan Man, Ultimate Gohan, like characters I really enjoy to this day. But if just watching and being entertained, I think that Namek arc was it for me.
Okay, we'll go with that then. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna be Frieza, and you could be Goku.
Oh, I'm gonna get crushed.
Yeah. Best out of we'll do best out of 5. We'll do best out of 5. You ready?
Go ahead.
Oh, by the way, I got this new controller. This is it's like turns like blue tinted and it's purple. It's pretty fire.
Arctic Blue or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Pretty fire.
If they would have dropped a controller for this game, I would have. Man.
Ooh. There was like an
would've been a
unofficial
lot more.
PS4 controller. I don't know if you remember. It was like orange and blue. Like this. You remember that? Yeah, I always thought that was like the Goku controller. But all right, we're gonna switch over. This will be a separate video because this one is already long as hell. So if you guys want to check out SaiyaRan, I'll have his links in the description down below. Yeah, he's about to get his ass beat.
Locking in.
Yeah,
I'm locking in.
All right, y'all. Peace.